Hey guys, our devotion today is from Genesis chapter 43. We're looking at the continued story of Joseph's brothers coming to visit him during this famine. Before we look at it, remember to pray for our church family. Today we're praying for Jason and Christy Fender and Nathan and Micah and Anna. So, in the last sons had went to Egypt because of this severe famine that was in the land. They needed to go there to get these provisions. And when they got there, of course, Joseph, who was ruling in Egypt, recognized his brothers. He didn't see Benjamin, but he decides, I don't know, kind of manipulate them in a way in order to get them to bring Benjamin back. He keeps Simeon, and he sends them back and says, your brother will be released. Once you prove who you are, you bring your youngest brother, which was Benjamin, back to me. And I'm guessing maybe a large part of this was just because whatever, the brothers get back to Jacob, and of course he's heartbroken. He's lost another son. First he's lost Joseph, now he's lost Simeon, and now the brothers are saying, his sons are saying, well, this leader in Egypt wanted us to come back again with Benjamin. And Jacob says, I don't think so. I've already lost two sons. I'm not going to lose Benjamin. So no, they don't go back right away. We don't know how much time passes here, but it seems to be a significant amount of time. Well, it comes to pass that they run out of the food that they've gathered, and they really have no choice but to go back. And for Jacob, though, it doesn't make it, we see in here, any of an easier choice. He's going to have to send Benjamin back because, as the brothers explain, that ruler told us if we come, we have to bring our youngest brother. And so we see them, they go back, and I think when we get to the end of the chapter, they're just eating with the Egyptians. They've been welcomed in. What can we take from this chapter? I mean, in most ways, it really is just a furtherance of the plot line here. We see what's going on. The brothers are going back, and they're going to finally realize who Joseph is. I think one of the things that stood out to me about this chapter is, again, this character of Judah. I'm not sure we heard much about him in the beginning, but he obviously was one of the brothers who decided it was okay to throw Joseph in this pit and to sell him into slavery. Maybe he was even... Judah has a few times showed himself to be sort of a worthy person. And he stands up in this chapter to make that tough decision that, I know you don't want to send us back to Egypt. There's a danger that we're going to lose Benjamin. We might lose all of us. But we really don't have any other choice to make. And he ends up pledging Benjamin's life as his own, saying, if Benjamin gets lost, you can hold me accountable for it. And I'm sort of impressed by Judah in this chapter, by him, how he takes responsibility in a difficult situation. So I think if I were to look for a moral lesson in this chapter, I could look at that example of Judah, and how he was willing to, even, in the face of difficulty, in this messy situation, to stand up, take a leadership position, take responsibility on himself that he was going to get this done. And we know that he does play a key role coming up in the next chapter. So might speak to us today. Maybe there is an area where we're being called to take up responsibility upon ourselves, to take a place of leadership, to make sure something gets. If that is the case today, I want to ask that God would just speak to us to walk in obedience to what He's called us to do. I pray that this passage has ministered to you today. If God spoke something to you out of this passage, you leave us a message on Facebook, leave us a message on YouTube. Let's minister to one another and let each other know how God is speaking to us. God bless you guys.